EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing right away is Williams. To the left side into the hands of Adunze. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
To throw, it's Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 69 yards. And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. There he goes, right side. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's Swift. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it, but here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
2nd down and 6 now. From the gun, Jackson. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he is out of bounds bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Jackson now. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 28 yards. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of the half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To the air, Williams. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go here in Baltimore. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Way to make the play.
Real quick, ready? Here's 1st and 10. First play from the 25, and they'll throw. That's caught. Derrick Henry. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now the first carry for King Henry. Henry rumbles to the first down and more. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
A pass pulled in by Henry. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes.
And it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand.
Yo, what's good, fam?
Get 0.9.
On play action, here's Jackson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Ball at the 3, second down, and goal. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and that took it down for 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They go play action now. Wilson, off balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Williams in motion. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They put Pickens in motion. We are through 1. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's a 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Wilson. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked up by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A run for the first time would be John Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play. And
that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Algier will try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. They'll stick with Algier. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Handing it off, right side, Algier. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. A give left side to Robinson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, 26 yards. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Play action. It's Jackson out to his left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The rookie from Washington put it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Penix. There's Mooney with another catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. To the air, Penix. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Operating from the gun, Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Robinson up the middle. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and 4. Handoff now to Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll run for it with Algier. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Robinson with another carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. On the run, it's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now looking to throw, Penix. That is caught. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now 1st and goal. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Koo now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Steps away. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
That's caught. It's Flowers. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a first throw here in overtime. That's brought in downfield by London. Touchdown, Falcons! Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He finds Aguilar over the middle. A yard, all they need, but it's third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A first down carry for Henry. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They keep it with Henry on first down. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
DC ready?
Now Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
13.
Jackson. Rolling to his left. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's on his way. Saquon Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 79 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen has his man. It's Shakir. 2nd down and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd down and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 26, and the conversion now is right on 4th down. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Allen and Knox teaming up there for a Buffalo first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Allen. And caught by Cooper for a Bills touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of the top targets involved. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
This 2nd and 4. Smith in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Hurts. That's caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley shedding the tackle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 28 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Shakir hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Allen off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
You'd have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
To throw, it's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That pickup goes for 25. What a strike from 4th down to 1st. Allen going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught. Kincaid with it. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 38 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
That's good. And the lead is now 28-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Barkley, inside handoff. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. You couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 27 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end right on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. This is 1st and 10. Now Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Allen back to the ground. Cook.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A big play looming on 3rd down. To throw is Allen. Swinging this out wide. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Hurts. And that's complete to Brown. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Throwing is Hurts. Pass complete, Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as the tackle made up near the 35. We are inside of 1 minute, only one timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now. Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, that is incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll run yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Second down and 6 now. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Now a first throw here in overtime. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 31, Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone, this thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this one is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
Second down and goal. Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here's Allen. That's caught by Shakir. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy when everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Here's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen again. Throw left side to Kincaid. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Allen now looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1.
GG, fam.
Indeed, claim a 1-point lead. So they go to the pass.
Good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Our kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. And his opening kickoff doesn't reach the landing zone, hitting short of the 20. The ball out to the 40-yard line.
That's what I like to hear. That's the right call, Ref. Good job. Oh, that's 100%. That's going our way, baby. Right call, Ref. Going our way, baby.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And you'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. It's taken in, it's James Cook. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, Josh Allen. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll find his running back, Cook. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the 1st down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Matt Milano.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it, so we're able to move forward.
And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Oh, it's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Bills first down. And it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on 4th and long.
Okay, ready?
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Trubisky to throw. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
Third down, 3 to go. Here's Trubisky. He's got the hookup there to Cooper. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Cook. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Trubisky. That is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with. Open the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Allen. That was brought in as a 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside.
This is where you have to finish drives.
Here's Cook. Good blocking, and he's in. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
He can make that in his sleeve. Make that, kid.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. touchdown. Pass is back to kick it off. This is taken in at the goal line. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special recovery. But then they kick it off, and they scored again.
Well, how many times might you hear teams talking about the double dip? You come out of the break and you score again.
Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now, Trubisky. Here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Terry Johnson. And his offense is going to be
Take Trubisky out of there, Phil.
It is to do. They need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. From the gun, it's Allen. He's down about the 8. And he will score.
And here's a great example, Mike, of how experience and having some veteran players at these key spots, they can work so well together. The whole idea is you need to see the game through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think that's what the receiver did such a nice job in. He was on time, he was accurate, and you never fool your quarterback. When you have two guys like this that are operating on the same page,
following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Trubisky. First down throw there is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. Oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
First catch of the ballgame for Debo. That's a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, like, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Here's Trubisky to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Trubisky. Downfield by Cooper. Big time play there for Buffalo. And even 30 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. They want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Look to throw. That's caught left side by Cooper. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. They'll run with Cook. He slams it in there, and he is in. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills get back in it. It is 21-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to have the Bills 1st down as he's able to get to the 37-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, just makes everything else easier. And you do have to face a 3rd down the road. They're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
motion. It's Allen. This one, downfield, for Kincaid. And that ball went in too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll lead to a second down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. As that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Out of bounds, but not until it gets inside.
Personnel, because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They'll return this from the 11. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Trubisky operating from the pistol. Cooper with the grab. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Matt Milano. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll drop this underneath the Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Complete to Cooper. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Terrell Bernard. They're on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They've got him with a big tackle.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Returnable from the 1. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Downfield. He's been open all day. Step up. They got nothing for us. Come on, boy. Come on. You got to get that first down.
Hurts comes out throwing. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and to play like that, will go for a big gain.
Saquon Barkley. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Only a couple of yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action a little later.
That's a push for the first. And they finally bring it down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. A play fake now. Hurts to throw. He'll get this one around. And they catch up to him, but not He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Hurts throwing again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Another try following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Keep it up, keep it up. Come on, offense, come on. Keep it rolling, boys. Now move it.
We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. On third down, it's Hurts. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's going. They have one lost their first touchdown in the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Allen comes out throwing. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First out of the game for James Cook. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He brings it in.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Rolling out to his left. To advance it through it, and it falls to the ground.
I mean, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along the routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles have a lot of work to do for any points before the break. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Hurts. Headed out right. They'll get this up to the 18-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or 2. You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it, he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, well, gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's grabbed inside the 30. And somehow they reach the end zone with no time remaining in the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pavement.
And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewan with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And it's going to be second down. Shotgun handoff, and now to Cook. And driving forward, but won't get beyond the line. Up down by Jalen Carter. Allen on third down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now Allen off the play action. It's a cut on the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On first down, Allen. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And that hit is going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20.
In it to win it. Stay in the office.
They're out and set, first and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. They go to Barkley again. They'll find him room past the 45. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Here's another carry for Barkley. He takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's third and 3.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Hurts with it on third and short. Hawkins are holding up. They're able to drop it. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. A conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. got it to the opposing 44. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run, crossing that first down mark.
And they catch up to him, but not inside his They get 27 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Running right, it's Barkley. And he walks the tackle. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Ready, set. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Downfield. He's been open all day.
Check, Panther. They're going to motion the tight end over here. One here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. Nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup. First set of downs.
The motion man here is McClory. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And finds some daylight. Past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. Check. The motion man here is McClory. They'll go again with Robinson. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. He fumbled the football.
Keep speed.
Goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball, and they talk about the points of pressure, and the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. They'll come up on a second down and 8. On play action, here's Jackson. That is pulled in at the 5. And the Ravens are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4. Here's a run. And he's going to be started just from the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Jackson now on second down. And he'll take it on in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack. You certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back. Let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Man in motion is Brown. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. So after one, 7-0 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Eckler now on 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's go now. Pat the 60, pat the 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
The shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
The tight end Ertz in motion. Daniels now on 1st down. That's complete. It's Jamison Crowder. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
The tight end Ertz in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. Will be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll run here with Eckler. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1.
What are you doing? What are y'all doing?
Here we go.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal.
Hey, check that.
The motion man here is McClure. They're trying to run with Robinson. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal.
79 Broncos.
The tight end Ertz in motion. That one taken in. Carry. Touchdown Washington. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. His throw on first down will be incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either ended up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Off the play fake, Jackson. To the tight end, Fuller. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground. Back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. To the air one more time with Jackson. Intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. He is out of bounds, but that's a nice return. We'll give the offense the ball up past the 45-yard line.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
On first and 10, here's Daniel. Now pass deep from the corner.
I think you chalk this one up to just a rookie mistake, and anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. A touchdown apiece. 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to mean just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's a gift to you. Fighting off tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Third and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a first down. Now Jackson. Deep to the back of the end zone. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Second down, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. That's good for 27 and a first down. On the give, here's Henry. And a short pickup down inside the 10. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jeremy Chin.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own goal.
And he'll have the Commanders first down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find first downs without having to get to third down. We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down, it's Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. The motion man here is McClure. They run over center with Robinson. They'll be set up now. Past the 40 with that one.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big game there as they try to go take this lead.
Tight end going in motion here. Running left is Aguilar. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
This could be the turning point. We are in it to win it.
Second down and 8. The motion man here is McClure. Gift, and here comes Robinson. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
The defense trying to come up with a stop on third down. And not. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Taking off and trying to get there. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's first down.
What's good, fam? Bet that up.
They'll drop the throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
Now Henry. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to third down. Inside the 10.
I'm cold up there, fam.
Taken down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Stonix with the new follow. Stonix with the new follow. I appreciate it, fam. I'ma follow you back. I ain't like them. God bless you and your loved ones. 100. Yes, Sirski.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Play action now. Jackson. Now he'll to the pylon.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Baltimore. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. Come on. They'll go play action here with Daniel. He's going to keep it himself.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
This could be the turning point.
It is second down and 5. From the gun, it's Daniel. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to score. A pick six for the touchdown.
Clutch. Clutch. Clutch.
Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Another day at the pool. All right, you are getting paid. People are cashing a check. You are in it to win it.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And he's got it at the wall. Oh, yeah. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Downfield is caught by Brown. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. He's got his team a 1st down. Looking out of the gun, it's Daniels.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
Do this offense. It's about time. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That's McLaurin open on the left side.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the time. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 36 yards.
Get it. Buffalo 18.
The tight end Ertz in motion. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched the shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Staying with Robinson. And he's out of bounds. First pass looks like the 30-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. You have that call you had ready, though? Recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down call.
He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Big gap in the future.
And he's been brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Coming in for the stop is Michael Pierce. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd down, Robinson. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. They get it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. On the shotgun, Penix. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the first. It's 4th down. They'll run it with Robinson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses. In a blitz on 4th downs, it gets a call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
He stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Offense in the hurry up here. This is Henry on 2nd. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. From the gun, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. We've finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. A couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. Flying down the middle with Henry. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, Jackson. His pick throw knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. He finds Aguilar. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Lamar now from the gun. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
That's just excellent dime coverage. Excellent dime defense right there. Quarterback, he's going to see a defender in coverage no matter where he looks. The end goal is making him force a throw when he shouldn't, and then capitalizing on the mistake with a turnover.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And that's good for a gain of 5. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. It's the Falcons with a 3rd and 3. Penix working from the gun. He's on the move. And wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That play good enough for a first. He gets 6 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide